Hello, my name is Chris Mowat, and today we're going to be showing how to create a multi-layered appearance in SOLIDWORKS Visualize. We're doing this because we have a special case here where we're going to have a whiskey bottle, which is going to be clear glass, and we're going to have a label that we want to wrap over it. But this label is going to go in excess of 180 degrees around this bottle. The technique that I'll use is going to make sure when I wrap a label, which is going to go about 300 degrees around this bottle, it doesn't distort. The graphics don't actually stretch when I do that. And we do that in a special way. It's really easy. We just have to leverage the multi-layer appearance capabilities in SOLIDWORKS Visualize. So the first things first, we have to start with two appearances that we will then combine into a multi-layered appearance. The first appearance that we'll create will be for the label. So we just have to come over and create a new one from scratch. It comes in as matte. We're going to go ahead and change that to paint. And we'll take care of the other settings once we get the texture in. So then we come over to the texture tab and we click the color texture. Within here I already have an image that I found on Google of a whiskey label, and what we have is a PNG file without a background, so these torn edges will appear that way when I put it onto the bottle. I'll click open and that becomes the color. So all I have to do is click and drag this onto the part. Now notice that it comes in looking incorrect. It's also dark. Well, we'll take care of both of these things independently. The first thing I want to fix is the appearance of the label, how it's actually mapped. And the reason it doesn't look correct now, if we click on it again and come over to texture mapping, we see that it's actually mapped with a UV mode. What we need is a shape or a technique that is closest to the shape that we're wrapping around, which is a cylinder. So I'll choose cylindrical. It already looks a little better, but we also now have to take care of the fact that this appearance is tiling itself. So we come back to texture and we disable both of these tiling directions. It's looking a little bit better now. Now there's also some skew that has to be fixed on this label, and there's also the position that we need to correct. So all we have to do is pull this down and we'll see how it looks. Now I also have the scale, so I'll use this top control and pull that down as well. Alright, looks like it needs to be brought down a little bit more, so I'll just drag the whole thing down just a bit. That's going to be good for now. Alright, and now it's also gray, and the reason for that was the appearance had that gray color. So we'll click back on it, we'll come over to here and make it white. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. We'll also decrease the clear coat a little bit so that it looks a little bit better, but we're not done. We don't have an alpha channel applied to this. This is going to make it so when we combine it with a glass appearance, we can see the glass as well as the label, all in one appearance. So here we go. We have to come back to our properties and go back to texture, and we're going to use an alpha map. So we'll double click on here to open this up, and I can actually choose the same image. You click open. It's not going to be immediately correct, although it has begun to work. Notice some of these letters, though, are transparent, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to use the option to make alpha from diffuse. And that will allow the image to stay with all those alpha channels to be removed. And we can see now that we have the label without the bottle. We can even see the torn edge around the back there. So now we have to start worrying about our glass appearance, which isn't very tough. We come over to our appearances and we can use a pre-made one. So we'll use the standard library of appearances for this, and we'll come down to glass. I'll just go ahead and choose a solid glass and drop it right on the model. Alright, and now this is going to be a whiskey bottle. Typically it might be a little bit of a brown hue, so this is where I'll go ahead and use this slider right here, and I'll just go ahead and change it to something slightly brown. Now don't be afraid if it turns black. That's an easy setting to take care of. Since this is solid glass, we have to just up the color density setting, try 40, and it's already become a little more clear. If I rotate the environment to put something white behind it, you can see that that's the case. So with that in order, what we can do is maybe add a little bit of texture to this glass, because right now there is no texture map. And we can see that if I come over to Texture tab right here. So we don't have the option for a color. What we're actually going to do is apply a slight bump map. And I'm doing this to just add some surface imperfections to make it more realistic. So we double click on Bump Map, and I'm just going to choose the Brush Normal. This is a nice one that's usually used for metal, but I'm going to use this on the glass. And we're going to use the same technique by scaling it and reducing its strength. So we'll come down to bump strength. I'll turn this to like 0.1, much less noticeable. And with this stage complete, we have two appearances, one for the glass, one for the label, and now the last step is to create a multi-layered appearance. In fact, a multi-layer appearance is an appearance all in itself. So we have to create a new appearance to do this, come down to our appearance type, and choose multi-layer. Now for the multi-layer, we have to choose existing appearances, which is why we already created those. We come over, we can choose the label itself, and click OK, and it'll pop it right in. We'll do the same one more time, and we'll choose the solid glass, and we'll hit OK. Now you'll see how this order affects things when I drop this new appearance we've created onto the bottle. If it needs to be adjusted, you can change the hierarchy of these just by clicking these buttons here. So what I'll do is just click and drag this onto the model. Now that's not looking correct to me, so what we'll do is click again, and we'll change the sequence of these for the priority. That looks much better. And what we see here now are two appearances. We'll put this white behind there again, with two separate properties all on the same object. If we look at the back, we can see that there's actually this ripped edge, and it's mapped correctly as well. So this is how we create multi-layer appearances. If you want to edit those appearances, it's easiest to just drop them, the originals, right back on, and then just control these settings right from here. So for instance, this will control some of that scale again. I can pull that down and let it adjust and update. And when I do that, I can just drop the other one back on, and they are connected, so it will update properly. I don't have to drag and drop it to make it look like that. For instance, the solid glass, you just have to edit the properties. Let's say we want to make this a little bit more clear. You just edit the properties right there, and it updates. So these are all connected. We can see inside this and tell that this is a clear appearance with bump mapping on one surface, but not where it's overlapped with another appearance. So thank you very much for watching this video tech tip. My name is Chris Mowat, and this is how to create a multi-layered appearance in SOLIDWORKS Visualize. Thank you.